The Russian, the warrior, 25 years old, the Brazilian, 1 year his elder. Moicano will have a 4-inch reach advantage. To officially get things started, here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC featherweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a striker holding a professional record, 18 wins, 3 losses. He stands 5 feet 8 inches tall, weighing in at 146 pounds. Fighting out of Grozny, Chechen Republic, Russia, Zubaira, warrior, Tukhugov. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, a jiu-jitsu fighter holding an undefeated professional record, 9 wins, no losses, 1 draw. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing in at 146 pounds. Fighting out of Brasilia, Brazil, Renato Moicano. And when the action begins, a referee in charge, Eduardo Hurdy.
Eduardo Hurdy, our referee. Zubaira Tukhugov. Renato Moicano, unbeaten in his professional career. Here we go. Black trunks for the Brazilian, white trunks for the Russian.
Moicano told me this week his key is to be technical. Use his reach. He feels like Tukhugov gets a little wild in his striking, which is accurate. You know, talking to Tukhugov, he traveled around the world. He's looking to clean up his technique everywhere, but he's a lifelong martial artist. And sometimes you see guys like that, it's a little bit harder for them to learn new tricks because they've been trained for so long in certain disciplines. Let's see how much Tukhugov has grown.
Hands down, and he connects with the right hand. Tukhugov with those hands low, Brian.
Hard right hand as well. Well, one thing, Tukhugov keeps his hands low, but he does a really nice job. He threw that right hand. He gets his head way to the left and off center line. Catches the kick, looking for the takedown. You can see him. He's firing with everything he has in these punches.
Very aggressive early.
Caught to the groin here. He's asking the referee to see it. Referee didn't see it.
And the fight continues. Tukhugov on the outside, center of the octagon. Renato Moicano. Hands in classic position.
Surprised Moicano's not using that jab a little bit more, fighting long. But he also knows when guys drop their hands like that, they want you to throw. Tukhugov's looking to counter him and counter him hard. He's already put some leather on him, and Tukhugov has some pop in his punches.
Moicano, excellent Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu practitioner.
Landed a nice counter right there as he angled off to his left. Already seeing some improved technique from Moicano.
Quick switch kick. Side stance moving forward. Tukhugov very creative thus far. I can see from this position, and I know you can too, Brian, some redness on the left leg of Tukhugov. That's from those kicks right again. On cue, Moicano connects.
Exactly right. When you take that much of a side stance, you're open for those leg kicks. But he uses it because he likes to do those side kicks. He likes to also spin a lot as well. That stance allows him to spin and spin quickly. Moicano being very smart. He's moving to his left because he knows Tukhugov typically will spin and try and attack his opponents if they circle to their right. So Moicano circling properly.
9-fight win streak for Tukhugov. Unbeaten in his 10 professional fights. Renato Moicano. Just past the midway point of round number 1. It's a dangerous game to play. So far, so good, though, for Tukhugov. Pushing forward. Trying to work some ground and pound, full guard.
Now, here's where he's got to be a little careful. Tukhugov is good on the ground, but he's got to be smart, has to keep a high posture, and wants inside control. He's got his right hand on the mat. And Moicano going to rubber guard immediately, which is really going to make it difficult for Tukhugov to posture up. You can see him, he's starting to wiggle his shoulders a little bit and put a lot of pressure with his head in the face of Moicano. That's the right thing to do to try and fight off that rubber guard.
As Moicano walked into the octagon, Brian, you talked about his ground game and his submission ability.
And he's looking for a triangle choke here. If Tukhugov pulls out, he's going to try and switch up, go to omoplata. Tukhugov's got to be smart and very patient here. The more he moves, the more trouble he's going to be in with Moicano.
5 submission wins in the career of Moicano. All of those 5 submissions, rear naked choke.
Tukhugov again, he's got to get heavy on his head, push with his forehead into Moicano, try and get that right shoulder back inside of the legs and inside of the guard of Moicano. If he tries to pull out, if he tries to pull his head out, he could leave himself in a dangerous position where he can get caught in a triangle choke. You see Moicano starting to set it up, pull that left leg in even tighter. Surprise Moicano, he's not trying to throw too many elbows, but it's because Tukhugov is keeping his hips up and staying heavy. That takes away those ground elbows. Good patience there for Tukhugov. Moicano abandoned it.
And now Tukhugov trying to posture up a bit in the closed guard of his opponent and score some points with some ground and pound the last 30 seconds. All the way up, good up kick by the Brazilian.
Well done. Oh, he tried to pass, he's got to be careful.
He's in trouble, looking for the choke.
A good scramble by Tukhugov.
And back up to his feet. Good final minute of round number 1.
Excellent scramble, both guys.
Moicano, Tukhugov. Moicano's corner very honest, Brian, saying you lost the first round. Round 2.
That's exactly what he's got to be told. He's got to know he lost the round. He's got to get busier on his feet. And he comes out more aggressive right away.
Big swing and a miss early.
This is more of what he wanted to do. He wanted to put pressure on Tukhugov and force Tukhugov to have to shoot and create a scramble and the ability for him to submit him.
How much of the unorthodox striking style of Tukhugov kind of put Moicano in neutral in the first round?
Exactly what happened, especially because Tukhugov dropped his hands. You didn't expect that, and when guys do that, you know they're baiting you in, and he gets caught again there. I think he's respecting the power of Tukhugov, but he also doesn't want to play his game, put a jab out there, and then eat 3 in return for it.
Well, and all of a sudden you're 8-9 minutes into a fight and you haven't engaged offensively.
Exactly. Now he's starting to attack the legs, and he's using his reach. Fight him long, and you won't be in position to get counterstruck.
9-0-1, Renato Moicano. The first of a bunch of brilliant Brazilian fighters on the card here tonight.
In one of the knocks on Tukhugov, he comes highly touted out of his camp. He hasn't lost in a long time, 18-3, but he sometimes slows down. He doesn't throw enough. He'll post a little bit, and that's one of the knocks on him. He's got to get busier if he wants to win close decisions as he takes on better talent in this weight division.
Moicano trying to cut off the octagon. Counter that left was behind the ear of the Brazilian. There's that side stance again, utilized by Tukhugov.
Big overhand right. Tukhugov throws just about everything wide. Very seldom do we see a straight jab.
He's saying no.
That's right. I mean,
he's saying no, and
if I could see it, the referee's got to see it. That's the second time he was hitting the groin.
Moicano trying to pressure.
Beautiful uppercut. Yeah, very well done.
Let's see if Tukhugov gets mad about it.
Tukhugov landed a nice left hook, but Moicano came back with one of his own.
Good strong kick off the forearm.
Maybe Tukhugov should thank him. The kick to the groin woke him up.
I was just going to say he's getting a lot more aggressive here. Driven by perhaps a bit of anger.
This is where he's got to be careful.
Yeah.
Nicely done. Very smart for Tukhugov to get out of that position. Moicano loves anaconda and darce chokes. Hasn't done them in fights, but he pulls it off in the gym an awful lot.
Did you like that shot, especially from so far away?
No, bad shot. He shouldn't be shooting low ankle shots like that. He should stick to his striking. He's been doing pretty well.
Spin, and he clipped him a bit.
If he's going to shoot, he wants to get in tight with a double leg to where when he takes him down, he can immediately pass the guard or at least end up in half guard. Nice combination there for Tukhugov.
More back and forth pace to round 2 between these two strikers.
And when Moicano lets his hands go, he's doing well because he is the longer fighter. He's landed a couple of nice combinations, but too few and far between.
Under 2 minutes on the clock here in round 2. First fight of the night. Glad to have you with us here live on UFC Fight Pass. Link over Brian Stan in Curitiba, Brazil. Moicano came out here in round 2 much more aggressively, but now he has slowed his pace.
He has. He's letting Tukhugov get in a rhythm there. However, he did just hit a very nice counter right hand. Got the attention of Tukhugov.
Statistically, this is an extremely close fight.
And what Moicano's got going in his favor now is he's the one walking Tukhugov down.
Yes.
Anytime you start to skirt the fence with your back, judges see that and they look at the other man and deem him to be in control of the octagon.
Center control, Renato Moicano. Under a minute.
Again, not enough jabs from Moicano. When you have this kind of reach advantage, you need to get that jab in your opponent's face and keep it on him.
Spinning another miss. Tukhugov, very unpredictable, very unorthodox, but not landing very often.
He's not. He's getting really wild here, and Moicano doing a nice job of attacking that leg, going back down to it. It's got Tukhugov's attention. Some really deep welts there on the left leg of Tukhugov.
15.
And a really good end to the second round. A close round, but a good end for Moicano, who's pushing the action. Who knows how the judges are going to see it.
Third and final round. The Russian in the white trunks. Zubaira Tukhugov. The Brazilian Renato Moicano in the black trunks. Again, you heard a sense of urgency in the corner of Moicano. Caught him with a left, down they go.
Good combination for Tukhugov, but he can't hold him down.
Caught him on the way down, though, with that punch.
Again, Tukhugov's got to be careful. Backing up and circling while the other guy is stalking you.
Ducked under.
Tukhugov wings every punch with everything he's got. He's not spinning as much tonight.
Tukhugov 3-0 inside the octagon. Moicano took his UFC debut on 2 weeks' notice. He earned the victory. He looks to remain unbeaten in his professional career. Cut. The Brazilian is cut under the left eye.
They're talking to each other a little bit. Moicano's trying to bait him in. Tukhugov's doing a better job this round of darting in and out. They clang heads. He caught him on the way out. Yep. Nice timing by Renato Moicano.
Big swing and a miss.
This is what he wanted. He wanted to force him to shoot. Tukhugov's got to be careful of his neck here.
And they're right back up again.
Every time Tukhugov gets his neck in a threatened position, he scrambles, twists very well, and escapes back to his feet.
If one guy speaks Portuguese, the other Russian, how do they talk to each other?
I don't know.
Trash
But, just like there's an international language of love, there's an international language of fighting in the octagon. Trust me. The Diaz brothers have mastered it.
That's an excellent point. So both men scoring here in the round. And swelling under the left eye of Moicano, Brian.
And smart at Tukhugov. Now he's sending some straight punches down the middle because that blood is going into the left eye of Moicano right now. Beautiful jab. Again, he should use it more. That could have been a big weapon for him this entire fight.
Both men will look for a finish. I think they're going to check the eye of Moicano. That's exactly what they're going to do.
Looked like the cut was just below the eyebrow. Yep.
Good to go. They continue.
Oh, huge left hook.
Swinging wide and hard here in round 3, stepping into a jab, though.
Tukhugov's finding a home for that left hook, but he's coming in with his right hand low. He's eating a knee and a counter.
Hits the takedown, they're right back up.
Excellent job by Moicano. A lot of times you see guys with jiu-jitsu backgrounds who don't have that much experience in the octagon. They'll accept being on their back because they want to look for submissions. He knows the balance of this fight is most likely in who wins this round. Beautiful knee.
We've had a lot of momentary takedowns, if you will, and both men springing right back up to their feet.
Tukhugov has landed the hardest punches in the fight in this round. He's making Moicano pay for walking him down. Moicano's hands are starting to drop. He's got to pick him back up.
Final 2 minutes of this fight. Moicano's unbeaten record on the line.
Such a close fight. When one guy hits, the other guy hits each other, back and forth.
Stuffed, good knee. Wow, big swing and a miss again by Tukhugov. Just out of range there.
Just very seldom does he go straight down the middle. Almost everything is right hook, left hook. Just a little wild.
Caught the leg. Moicano got away from those leg kicks that were effective earlier in the fight.
He did, and with Tukhugov always circling to his left, he's walking right into him. Nice combination there.
And he set it up with that quick inside leg kick, Brian.
Tukhugov landed one as well, but he ate 3 for it.
Final minute of the fight.
Both guys want to finish strong here, leave a good impression on the judges. In a round that's really been back and forth. But again, it's been Moicano dictating the action and kind of pushing forward. Nice head kick.
After the spin, he caught him with that quick left. Again, a great scramble.
Look at the flexibility of Moicano. Excellent takedown defense.
11 very effective leg kicks from Moicano. Final 15 seconds of the fight.
Another one, and these are landing on the hamstring. It's not even the side of the leg, and you can see Tukhugov switch stances there for a minute.
These two featherweight prospects are going to go the distance.
Great fight.
Good way to get things started. As the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for decision. Alessandro Viana scores it 29-28 to Tukhugov. Len Trover scores it 29-28 Moicano. And Jonah Terrell scores it 29-28 for the winner by split decision, Renato!